Why, hello there. Today we'll start a new journey. Good to see y'all. Let's turn the page and open the book on Wyldernook. And welcome to the story of Wyldernook. We are exploring a beautiful new TCG here, made in the wonderful BC. We love it here. And it's gonna take a moment to enjoy this little storybook. So wonderful. You can click on everything. Hey, y'all. My name is Profwisteria. If you don't know me from my own channels or anything like that, that will work out for you. Good to see you all. And welcome up to the adventure of Wyldernook. This is an absolutely wonderful little story game, TCG. And we have our wonderful cards here. Let's start off by doing a little bit of an analysis of the card. Let's find a classic card. We have a... Where is it? Address. Let's look at Ashura's Queen's card here. Guiding his people with the hope of returning the Janak, Ardris led the remnants of humanity, but never took official title. Clinging to the legacies of the old world, he refused all attempts to crown him. When he passed away, his surviving child, Sura, gladly assumed the title of queen. And we have our card here. First off, in the top left corner, we have our cost of resources. Sura's Queen's Guard is our name here. We have 1 devotion cost, which changes how we can build our deck with it. We have our Overwhelm, which is our special ability. And we have our stats of power and health. As you can see here, where we blow my hand, we have all the information coming up here. There we are. So these are wonderful, just absolutely wonderful style of card game here that we end up having. We have allies and abilities as well as relic cards. All of these will do different things on the battlefield and help us in our adventure. But let's start up with just a game initially. And let's grab the Untamed for this. Oh, I need to just make sure that I have that. We're gonna play against some players. And we'll go through how this game is for the setup of it. But good to see you all here. We're really excited to have our own Wednesday stream today. Thank you. Yeah, I've been streaming it on my channel here for a little bit, and instead we decided to make it official, move it over here. We have our wonderful cards here. We have our early access card backs. We have a full-fledged campaign here based off of, not based off of, but it's very similar to like a Slay the Spire style campaign, but of course you get to bring your own deck to it first, and then you get modifiers on top of it. We'll start a new one here in a little bit. We have our collection of cards here. So we have our 7 factions. We have the first ones that we saw here and got a little bit of story about the human faction. We have our second faction, which is gremlins. These are little terrifying gremlins that will work together and, you know, are typically vegetables. So let me find some. We have absolutely wonderful, actually, we're going to look at the Spore Guard. We have a Spore Guard here, which is kind of the big identifier card of the faction, because we can run up to 10 copies of it. We have this beautifully rendered artwork here, and this is one of the coolest features in like any TCG ever. I've loved. Got our little pull animation, like those old storybooks. And there our acorn goes running. Cha-cha-cha. This is the Gremlins faction. They're focused more on aggressive plays, but they also have a surprising amount of control with them. So we'll play a couple different decks. So the deck that I've queued up for currently is the Untamed here. We have the Bloody Mane here. Few attained to ever gain a name, yet the Bloody Mane gained two. A fierce warrior on the battlefield. Oh, we got our matchup. No more story. Let's get going on this one. And so we have our starting hand and our commander of our deck, our leader, always in our starting hand, and we have 4 cards available to us. We're going to go and shuffle away the highest cost card in our hand, but we're going to keep the other 3. We can see that our opponent is on a very much on the Gremlins build that we saw earlier, with a lot of haste. Let's go and be friendly, of course, and say good luck. And just going in here to explain here, we have our hand at the bottom. We have our bench here, which is our where people go to first before we play them out. And we have our section here where we have our attack and defense zones, and our opponent's attack, defense zones, and their bench. We have 3 resources for a turn. Cost resources to draw cards, as well as play anything. We didn't get a card to play, so we'll commit turn. And we see here that we have simultaneous turns with our opponent. So we both were deciding what we were going to play at the same time, then we locked it in for the turn. You see our opponent, it played out the Highesty and put it into their attack zone. And we had no blockers, so it goes direct to our health points. Now let's go and solve this issue with playing our Eager to Fight here. The 2/3 ally, if it says play, will fight an enemy. Let's go.
No problem.
Hey, the road dress is good. Perfect. And we have enough resources to draw a card for the turn, so let's do so. Never eat your vegetables. Beautiful. Kabu, good to see you as well.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
Fought on entry and went and took out that card that was in the opponent's zone, and defended ourselves for the turn that way. We're at 5 resources now, which means we can commit to, say, the Bloody Mane. Which could be a fun card to play here, considering we have a duel for next turn, where an ally and enemy damage each other. But our Bloody Mane will die to this buff broccoli. He's just a little bit too big. So we can start trading blows. Or we can go and buy a little bit of time. And our commander this whole while is sitting here getting stronger and stronger. I think we're going to commit to a draw and play a threat, and we're going to move this to defense to buy us a turn. So we're going to go and use a spell here to move over this buff broccoli from attacking, and we're going to play out a Protects the Tribe to give us a little bit more time. We see a Kale drop to the bench here. This is a Kale the Conqueror, gives gremlins +1 attack, and when gremlins enter play, they move to the attack zone. This is going to be big threats coming down here with these hasted cards coming soon. And we can see this buff broccoli is a 7 tower now. Let's solve that problem by using our good old lightning blast. And that leaves us with 4 resources left. We'll play 1 out here. We're going to use this compel here on that Blood Familiar to move Taunt to move this Blood Familiar to our defense zone. We didn't get the 1 there, but due to being played around here, because of these simultaneous turns, it's interesting to see how things end up moving out and shaking up between the 2 turns. And it's picking a lot of mind games here to see if you can make the right choices between your defenses, attacks, and the like. So we have the ability now where we can send our crab, our Blood Familiar, to fight this breath broccoli. Because we have 3 attack, 3 defense. Let's have our crab fight this broccoli. And let's commit into the bloody shade now.
Feel my fury.
There we are. Ah, we got tripped on our blood familiar, and the splash damage happens to another guy. We're getting a full swing in on this turn, and our duel goes to
Death awaits you.
Yeah. We also have a spicy scorch cap, where characters dealt damage to us die, or dealt damage by it die, which is really unfortunate. So, we have a 4/5 here that can get any 2 abilities right now. This is an interesting choice that we could have. Let's play it with lifelink regeneration. Let's compel it.
You are no match for me.
And let's just rush our opponent. Oh, we drew an imprisoning beast, which we could switch over to. I think so. Let's. Oh, actually, we don't have time. Lifelink, regeneration, and hell to bring it to attack. And I hope you're all doing well today. I'm having a great time playing Wyldernook over the last while here, since it came out on early access about a month ago now, and it's been getting a ton of love from the devs. Been making a ton of progress on it and fixing out the bugs, and it's really starting to become quite a great product. The game's been really fun, and we have a wonderful community here as well that's been enjoying building our decks and going on the exploration journey together, exploring the stories. Headless Horseman now. We're gonna capture this buff broccoli here. He's gonna get imprisoned. And we're just gonna keep going with our adaptive warrior. Ooh, we got a bunch of cards coming down here in the Confused Gremini. I'm gonna take that buff broccoli though. So we're getting overwhelmed by a bunch of tiny sprouts here. They are 1/1s in filled zone, so we're needing to figure out a little solution for this. I think we have to block, don't we? I think we do. Let's do a fight over here. Let's bring out our Headless Horseman to do some damage, and let's draw a card. And we can decide actually to retake our actions after we've drawn for the turn and see what we can get going and change our hand a bit. But I think that playing out these 2 will be our best option. A couple sprouts here, but we have a lot of threats currently, where our opponent only has some 1/1s. I think we can take the offense here. Let's draw a little though. And let's play out our Brixia and our Protects the Tribe. Let's see if we don't accidentally explode to this. We're down to 4, but we have Aurora down to 8. We have a lot of threats down here. So let's think this through. We can't really get anything going through here because we saw these 2 Carrot Cavaliers drop down and the Salad Squire. That's a lot of threats. But so we have Gen Lifelink. We have our revives, and we have Blood Failure. Not a very useful card right now. Compel doesn't get us where we need to go. Fights. Eager to Fight does, though.
No problem.
These threats. And let's... Not enough resources to draw again, so we'll give that a go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so we got pushed back, but we ended up clearing one of those threats, so we got through that. A lot of this tiny sprouts moved to defense. But our commander here is getting stronger the whole time, as every one of these attacks goes through, gets blocked. We're in a funny position here, where we're needing to stay blocking with everything, but when we draw a card to help us push the advantage. We have our name-bound duelist, a large threat here, but not. We ended up using 2 of our resources to draw, so we don't have that one available to us. We're gonna have to draw again. We got 2 name-bound duelists right away. Okay, we're moving all defense. Now we'll move like this. We're gonna have to play a bit defensive here. Let's make sure that we take out the broccoli. That's a threat. Let's see if this goes okay. Force cap and Rixie. Oh, they're gonna try drawing cards. That'll be a bit scary for them, I think.
Bye.
We're gonna have a large conflict here. This is a big one. And our commander going, leader growing stronger all this while.
I guess power has a price.
So we have our name-bound duelist. This is one of our big 9 drops here. We have a 6/7. It's going to do a lot of things.
Take a seat. I'll handle this all by myself.
Yes. I believe you, buddy. Let's block here. Don't want to lose our bricks yet, but if we do, we have our Remember the Name, so we'll be fine. I think she won't have her crazy stats though anymore. Okay, so we got predicted on the right order.
Money.
And we're gonna lose our commander here, but that's... Ooh. That's almost enough. We're gonna have just barely enough HP to get through this.
I guess power has a price.
There we go. GG's. Let's go and tell our opponent GG's, of course, be friendly. And so their tale found its victorious end, and we get our dust. And there was our first game of Wyldernook for you. Let's go and let's open up a pack. Let's take a look here. And we have our wonderful shop system. We get our daily packs here as well from our wonderful friend Child. He's just hanging out here. He's an onion. And let's open up a pack. Hatterfay. Let's look at the cards here. 0/1, start a turn. Top card of your deck is an ability card. They transform into a Butterfay, which is the 3/2 with flying. Cruel Magpie is a 1/1 flying. When it perishes, you draw a card, and when they deal damage to a character, the character dies. Kind of just like a very utility piece here that you can use to block. And gives you a card afterwards. Oh, we got Buffet Table. This is our epic for this pack. This is a relic. At the end of the turn, if we dealt damage to an opponent this turn, we draw a card. In Gremlins, which we saw earlier, was very much an aggressive faction. Keeper of the Flame here. Summon a ritual candle into your hand when it dies, which is right here, which is a rituals will take a couple turns. And we do the effect at the end of it, where we draw a card and restore 2 health. And last one off, we have Cage the Beast, where an ally captures an enemy on the battlefield. Very cool. We got a buffet table. That's awesome. Let's open one more pack for for you all. Let's see. I'm gonna pack opening this. We have an epic called Wish here, where we get to name a card and summon that card into our hand. It's very fun. Thank you, game, for coming by. Good to see you. Been working on bugs. Yeah, it's been getting a ton of bug fixes here. It's been very much under active development and care and polish by the team. And it's been tons of fun to work with them. Reflection, to draw a card for each damaged ally. Stop hitting yourself. Target enemy on the battlefield attacks itself. Abandoned child. Perish, where it will summon a lost soul. We don't have to always say that fairy tales were happy, right? And go away. Return character on battlefield and all cards with the same name back to the hand. Very funny. So, I was going through our factions before, and we didn't quite get further than we got into the Untamed here. And we saw how they work fairly well. Very much big damage numbers, fight like fairly with your opponents. Next up, we have Arborea. This is our tree folk. And if you're familiar, they have, familiar with ideas of it, they have a lot of cards that are based around growing and giving you extra resources. As well, though, they can withstand the test of time, and they have abilities such as Erode here, where your opponent just slowly loses health over time, but the trees can sustain themselves and continue. Tons of really cool cards in this faction, and we have really, really cute cards like Sylvie there. End turn, randomly grow all your allies. Grow turns them into something more powerful. It's really cute. Next up, we have our Fae, the Fairy, led by the Dusk Queen. She sits here in our court. The Dusk. And there we are. So, this is a faction all about doing dodging, playing extra abilities, being tricky. We have our counterspell in the game, of course, but it's a little different here, where it counters the next ability card an opponent plays. And you kind of set it up as a trap for your opponent. Very much a fun situation because, you know, that simultaneous development, you have to plan around when that's going to be happening, right? So that's what we'll see. That's what we'll see, and we see here, stop hitting yourself we got earlier is here. Next up on our factions is we have the Coven faction. This is this is the board white faction is how I call them, but we have a lot of cards that are based around rituals, doing magic of different sorts. And we saw this get played earlier, but we have our Lightning Blast, where we deal 2 damage to a character. And I'm going to take this time to go through a couple things to notice with this card that are really wonderful in the design of the game here. Is we have, see all this wear? This card's beaten up, isn't it? This is an option where we can turn it off, but we have a wear based on the card that we've been playing and how often we've played it. It actually gets more and more worn. And then we have our stickers that we've earned on this card. So we got a cute little sticker here that we can switch around. And that gets to be put onto the card wherever we like. There, well, on the artwork. But there's tons of fun things like this where it gives you fantastic little customization on the cards. And this lightning bolt feels like my lightning blast. It feels like my lightning blast nowadays with this wear, and that's just such a cool feature for it. And this wear and these stickers go and persist between trades. There's a whole trading system here, by the way. And we can see here that I have a card here from Wilder of a fancy bordered Black Knight. And this is the fancy borders in the game for the premium currencies. Beautiful card frame here. There's also alt arts and the like available. You can see here, that one's the one that I had before. And there's that wear. Black Knight is a really great card, by the way. Going through it here, we have a barrier. End of turn if the opponent's battlefield is empty, which is those 2 spots in the center. Black Knight gains +1/+1, and the barrier refreshes. Very hard to deal with this card. And our last faction, there we go, is the spirits. We have our wonderful spirit friends here. You know, always have to have something going bump in the night. And we can see here that the Unending is the commander for the deck, for the faction, one of them. And we have the Unending. They cannot block and they're flying, but at the end of turn, they revive with 1/1 counter for each time they've revived. So their stats just keep going up and stop the Unending. Death is inevitable, right? Really fun faction, actually. We've all been cooking on this a little bit more now and realizing how strong this faction really is. So that's our faction overview. Gonna see. Yes, we're good. Okay. So it's been a ton of fun having everyone around for this game. We've been all growing in our Discord community here. Take a look on the Steam page for the description for the Discord. It'd be wonderful to see you there and join us in the wonderful community that we've been building. We have a couple people saying hi there. It's good to see y'all. And I think it's time to potentially show off court. Let's see if people are around for it. Let's just ask and see if anyone wants to. Let's just queue up for a sec while we're doing that, and let's go and take a look here. Oh, yeah. Perfect. So, for everyone here, I know I've been focusing on like the new players getting introduced to the faction and the like today. But everyone, there'll be new card drops on Tuesday. I'm glad to let you know this. I'm so hyped. Oh, this is the first of the roadmap that we have going on for the game. And it's been really cool seeing this development for it. So if I quickly grab this image. Yeah, so our first Tuesday of the month, we're getting the faction focus card drop, where we'll be getting 2 new legendary champions, 2 epics, 2 rares, and 2 commons. And the first faction is humans, so we're seeing an update for the humans right away, and that'll be our first new cards added into the game since the start of early access. That's exciting. Oh, geez. So I hope you're all ready for that soon. I wonder what we're gonna see, because that's actually a good chunk of cards here, because there'll be 2 of each rarity. And we have our rarities here, so we're gonna get commons, rares, epic, and legendary. So we'll get a total of 8 new cards coming in, I believe. Maybe we'll jump into a regular queue for the time being. And we'll see if we can get something prepped up later. Let's find a different list here. Oh, actually, let's look at the deck builder for a sec. So we have our individual cards here, but we have our wonderful system for deck building that I've been enjoying a bunch, where we get to play around with the cards where we want to stack them. We don't have to look at the default stacking of it. We can just do what we like for it. We can just put it here, bring it over here, decide we want it in this column. Whoever you find that you sort your cards, we can get going. And let's just go and push it all just in here to make it just for funsies. Just play something different. And let's jump into a queue with what we were just looking at here. I just wanted to make the deck legal again to play. So we'll have our Aburia and Coven. Should show off the action, but we have our wonderful abilities like Growth Spurt Sapling here, where just end a turn gaining 1/1. Gets out of hand fast. We have wonderful things like the Seed Razor. Grow another ally. And there is our match. Perfect. Blade Spring. Good luck. So we have another day, sapling, lifelink, and we have our commander here. Our opponent is on Lady Barrett's board. Very cool. Let's keep this hand. I think we're happy with that. Let's Growth Spurt and Life Giver. And we get our threats out. Our opponent doesn't go into much, so we'll push. Let's draw off of the turn because we have to manually draw, and let's play a sapling to have something going in the bench. We might be a bit aggressive at blocking with this growth spurt sapling, so let's pull him back like that. Oh, good thing we did, because we have a vigilant card that comes out, blocks, and goes away here. This is the Dawnbound Dream. We lost our Life Giver to that, and we would have lost our growth spurt sapling too, but we avoided that. So we have to think that our opponent's going to be on a lot of control here with this build of Gremlins. We're going to see a very different style of them this time, I think. So let's play out our Ancient Gren here, and let's not attack with the growth spurt. Let's let it get a little bigger. And we see the Barrett's board coming down here, and every time we play a card, we're going to take 1 damage, and Lady Barrett's board will draw a card for every 3 damage dealt this way. Their opponent here has a bunch of stats for it, where they've drawn 3 cards in a game before with it. That was 9 damage. I don't think we're going to see the Barrett's board go into the battlefield for another day. And our other card's a 10 drop, so let's access some cards in our deck. That one we can't play quite yet, so let's draw again. We got a little Skittering Horror. Do that here. We still don't have a grow effect for our sampling, so we couldn't leave our tree over here, but let's be a little defensive and a little attack. Let's see what Gladespring does. Drew cards. First off, let's do a draw of 2. Restore 1 health at the end of turn. I want to find something for transforming, but I feel... Draw more! Hey, Lena. Yes, let's draw more cards. So we'll play out another tree. Let's move this tree over to attacking. Move our growth spurt behind it. And let's lock in our turn. Our opponent's going to play 1 card. An armored pineapple. An armored pineapple. Taking damage from Barrett's board for the swing in. For playing a card. And we'll see this pineapple here is invulnerable while in the attack zone. It's a cool card in one regard because this artwork has been updated to the full art that we see like on these cards. But this person still has the older version of it, and cards are unique identities. It's not like when this artwork gets updated that all the artwork will be updated for it. No, your cards that are set up this way will be can stay that way. So I think we might see this armored pineapple come down this turn. So let's try it another day to shuffle it back. And I'm gonna commit to the blocks and a Skittering Horror. Maybe we'll just commit to the Skittering Horror card. Yeah. We actually take back the skittering order, and let's go and use our classic lightning bolt on Bearspore before she becomes a problem. Here we go. We predicted the pineapple drop down, and we have our Bearspore down with that good old lightning blast. We lost our sapling now to a burn spell as well. And we're at 9 resources. We're one turn away from our siege breaker. And we see a spore sprout here. Ah, the terror himself, the swamp thing. So we can safely draw one more card, and oh, now we get the Seed Razor to grow another ally. Well, let's grow one of our trees. Should we turn it into a 5/7, a Arcane Devour of seeing 2 ability cards, kill all opponents, or Sylvie the Mother? Let's ramp. And let's play a little thingy still for us to have a nice song. Opponent is playing 3 cards here. The bell will be tolling. Final Witness has a big attack and gets sacrificed, and we take 10 damage each. Ow. And they nut themselves. No. I don't think they expected that. Oh, they gained 1 health, so they're still in it. They're still in it. Swamp Terror, though, should finish out this game. We'll drain. Oh, we do have enough resources to commit to a draw. We'll just play a skip. Game's wonderful and reminding me that. So our Glade Spring here is locked in 1 play. Draw 2. We play out our Swamp Terror and Skittering Ore. And we see the Feet gets set back. Wither drains 2, so they heal a little bit. But we're dealing 1 damage and dealing 2 Swamp Terror for the game. GG's. And so Tail found the victor's end. And there we go. There's our dust. Oh, we got a sticker here. It's wonderful. So on our Burramute here, we earned a sticker, which is this cute little bow. We could put this anywhere we want. We can rotate it how we like. I like being classic and just putting the cards in the bottom right corner. A little bit. Just, I don't know. That's the right spot for stickers sometimes for me, unless it's something funny on the artwork. So let's go and take a look at what we have as the decks of the week here. Let me just bring those up. So we have a couple wonderful things going on. For the Deck Builder Challenge of the week here, which you have 1 more day to join if you'd like to. It is through the Wyldernook Reddit, and it is telling a champion story where you build a deck and give us a couple sentences about how it works. And people are putting in fun little themes for it. And I see a couple posts here. However, last week's deck building challenge was concluded, and let's find the week. Here it is. This is from last week's challenge, which is a Highlander style challenge where we were to develop a singleton deck, and we can take our wonderful code here and do this import-export system. We just get the new cut deck. So Highlander, our deck here is called Echo Draw Highlander, and our way of getting through with the consistency is by both burying and drawing cards with this, and then we eventually hit our combo with Jappy. So we have rather cool cards. We have our Turned Around here. This is a card that I love. Stickers. Thank you to Fate Arcadia. And we have a lot of little draw spells as well as we move into a primary mechanic of the deck, which is the Echo. Card can be played from the graveyard, and then if you've done so, the cards remove from the game on the second go around. We have fun things like Poke. There's one of those Butterfly that we saw earlier. And we have nasty card here, Echoes of History. Funny enough, I don't have many plays with this card, even though I've been playing it a bunch. Echoes of History gains all their ability cards in the graveyard gain Echo, so you can do some crazy things with this. Our commander is the Uniter here, where at the end of the turn, we get to draw an increasing desperation, even if our deck isn't empty. So this is a fun mechanic in the game, where when you go to deck out, usually you die in a lot of games, right? Like, that's a lose condition. Here, you draw a card called Increasing Desperation. Deals 1 damage to each opponent, and we draw this card automatically when your deck is empty, and the value goes up by 1 each time that we draw them. As time goes on, the spell gets bigger and bigger, and we get a new one each turn. Really, really cool deck. This one was made by Jane the Penguin, and she ended up winning a deck building challenge for the week, and got some cool dust and gems for it. And yeah, if you'd be interested in checking out the deck building challenge for this week, you have another day for it. And that is on the Reddit for Wyldernook, or you can go and check that out through the Discord. Or just let me know for that one. Engagement. Yo, hey up. Good to see you. So, also you can see here we had some fun with the stickers. This is my depression helmet when you're still depressed even though you got a new helmet. We actually have 2 stickers on here. There's this little bit is a second sticker. There we go. That was the deck highlight for the last week here for him. This looks fun. We could build this. We're only missing the Bury because I was decrafting it, and Reclaimer. Yeah, let's just build it. Let's build a Reclaimer. And we just need the Bury. So this is a Highlander style deck. So we're all singletons. And let's jump into a queue of this. There it is. And let's give it a go. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that was right, yeah. Thank you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So we'll just get going on a queue here for another game. We're going to try out what we were just looking at and see how this works. So we have a lot of our high cost abilities here. I already brought that one up. We have Jappy in here. Jappy is a wonderful card. This is one of my personal favorites. We have a fade that replays a copy of every card we played this match that didn't start off in our deck. Very nasty card. We've played 15 cards in one game. Don't read too much into that stat. That's a little terrifying, okay? We have wonderful things like the Sprig Thief here, where when played, capture a random non-champion card. Poisoned Thoughts. Target opponent takes 3 damage. Bury 4 cards. Oh, there's our match. And Zephyr Fluff. Be friendly. So we see our opponent. Oh, they have a cool card box is on half. Oh, interesting. I think I'm fine with taking this hand. This is pretty solid. So let's put 3 random Marlin cards into our graveyard. And that will help us queue up a reclaimer play. Actually, let's choices and draw first. Go a little slower with the combo, but give us a little bit more cards in hand to work with. Oh, we got a second revive. Okay. This could go places. The second revive, Echoes of History isn't going to be as useful now. So let's grab our Never Forget for next turn. And let's do our Soul Possession. We have a 1-drop, but this one needs like ally to be out, so we need to not commit to that yet. Zephyr is playing a card out, the Doomsday Ritual. So in 8 turns, there'll be a Eater of Civilizations on the field. We milled our Arcane Enthusiast, Poet for the Fallen, and Guide of the Lost to summon lost souls. Let's grab the... Let's get the Guide of the Lost. I'm a little afraid to play the Uniter because of the Coven faction has a lot of removal. Oh, we have Untamed Covens here, which is this fun faction. That's a lot of value off this half. Because it gains an extra life, basically. I think we play the Uniter now. We can revive an Arcane Enthusiast or the Poet. If we let's play the Uniter and then maybe we can revive the Uniter afterwards. Yeah, let's play the Uniter.
Your blood will flow
big
forth.
nasty card, or Black Knight. And the Supper Flesh to draw 2. They're holding back with this half. And now you see we get this increasing desperation. So we can revive a card, but I feel like playing out a draw might be the best idea here. Ooh, revealing random cards. How about we draw another card and get our Together at Last? Okay. Let's increasing desperation and play out another spirit for us. We're gonna hold on to the Guide of the Lost and the Uniter to gain value on our bench. There's the Black Knight. We don't have a good way to deal with him, but we'll see about maybe giving him a blood potion soon. Giving her a blood potion. So we got our increasing desperation, but now it's 2 damage to each opponent. Now let's just do that 2 extra damage, and we'll keep our Spirit Train going. See a play from our opponent, and they commit to the board. We lose one of our spirits to a Wicked Witch Ritual, and we avoid the removal on the Uniter because we didn't bench him. And there's the attacks, and we lost a spirit to the Fairy Eater, where it's invulnerable to flying characters that cost 3 or less with reach. That's a little terrifying. Let's put some blockers out. What is in our opponent's yard? Nothing yet. So we have access to a Arcane Enthusiast and Poet of the Fallen. Not quite feeling those yet. So let's be aggressive here with our
my wrath.
Black Knight and our Uniter. I think we might have pulled out the removal for the time being. And let's draw a card. play a Peaking Fairy and a Echoing Hate and damage and start burning our opponent and get in some big damage here. So Peaking Pixie and Echoing Hate. So opponent moved, Zephyr here moved a couple cards defensively and a lot of cards on the bench. We got some damage in here. As you can see here, Mr. Uniter is making a problem occur here with this increasing desperation. It's getting out of hand very fast. So let's draw a card. Let's play another flyer. Ha, yoink. Take a random card from each opponent's deck, work yoinking them. Let's play some Echoing Hate and Increasing Desperation. Maybe we'll play the Increasing Desperation, but we'll also draw. Okay, we got a Protective Bubble. That's fine. And we'll move an attacker over here. We'll go like that. Mighty Roar, 1 damage to each character, hurts us a lot here. These big guys are gonna get huge for that. Ow. Black Knight we used from our opponent, the love potion's gone down, but did some work. So we have 5 damage here and 3 damage here. It's almost enough just on its own. In our yard, we have that Black Knight with the Peaking. Let's give Barrier to our Uniter. Those cards with a low floor and high ceiling for sure, definitely. Good to see you, 404. Hope you're doing well. Let's Increasing Desperation, Echoing Hate. And let's just be aggressive here. Let's see, maybe we can secure the win. If we need to, we have the Reclaimer to revive, as well as Together at Last. We can revive our Uniter. Let's just play out our draw. Sure, we'll Gravedigger. Commit. So we're getting 2 of those 5/5s being swung at us, which is kind of nasty. Oh, the Boundless Cruelty pulls off the Barrier off our Uniter, which is going to not die here, and we get in lethal. Being aggressive here worked. Always nice to our opponent afterwards. And there we go, Tail Myth. We are what, 4 for 4 on stream games now? 3 for 3. That's always good to have. What are people interested in court? Versus court. Let's just quickly check the court key. It'd be really cool to show you all court. So let's look at what I haven't made yet. Let's see here what we have as potential cards to craft right now that we could build around. So we got Yobi the Useless, best card in the game. Here. Let's see what we feel like building around. We could always do the Barbed Avenger build finally. Until end of turn, gains 1 power for each ability card you played this match. Very aggressive, double berries. Humble Heart is funny. Though, the Lady Barrett Spore build seems cool. I'm liking the look of this. The power of a healthy life buffer in action, that is. Yeah, thank you, 404. I also do like Rixie, the ambitious though, a lot. I don't think I have quite the cards yet to make gremlins work, but we're getting close. Yeah, Shaman's funny. I think I want the Lady Bear Spore though. Gonna make a Lady Bear Spore. So let's go into our deck builder. Let's look at our gremlins here. And let's look a bit at the deck builder. So our Lady Bear Spore is a 5-drop. And we'll put her into our champion slot. And you can see here that 2 of our picks have gone into gremlins now, showing our devotion to gremlins. Let's grab a couple cards here that I think are pretty solid. Wandering Sage is really nice. When we deal damage, we cast 2 ability cards as best you can. I think splash damage would be a pretty fun one here, where you deal 5 damage to enemy on the battlefield and excess damage goes to the target's owner. I think that would be a pretty good piece of removal for us. Boogity Boogity, move the first 2 enemies at the in the defense zone of the opponent you're attacking to the rest zone. Could let us swing in for big turns. I think though this buffet table we got earlier might be a solid option. Surprise Juice is just each player takes 4 damage. That's probably fine. We're going to grab Learning Time here, where we summon 3 random non-gremlin cards to our hand. Let's grab both of those. And so we need our opponents to play cards, and we deal damage to them. So, how do we best play card? Get this advantage here off of this. Let me see cards I can grab. Got a couple good cards for this faction, which is unfortunate right now. Frostmute would be perfect, but we're... Disrespect what I own. And within the faction here, I believe having a hasty is silly. Let's raw aggression to give things 2+ power and move them to an attack zone. It's nice to be able to get into haste. Spicy Scorch Cap just takes out a character for us. Target enemy takes damage this turn, dies, and we draw a card. That sounds solid. Kleptomaniac Gremlin just perishes, draws a card. I think Splatter, sacrifice an ally, deal damage to all players and all characters on the field might be pretty solid for us. And Trip here, return character on the battlefield to its owner's hand. Good utility. A lot of these cards are too coming from the starter decks. The game has a wonderful starter deck system where actually a lot of really solid playable cards are from the starter decks. So that's always fun. The Frightening Freud, it gives us a bit of control here. It's a 4/2 where we move enemy onto the battlefield to the rest zone. Fuse Kremini is interesting too. If it's in defense, we deal 4 damage to a random opponent. Kind of a funny one. He's supposed to be in the attack zone, but he's not there. End of this turn, revive any allies that died during this turn. No napping. Maybe we'll put in 1 no napping. 1 Oogity Boogity, where you move the first two enemies on the defense zone into the opponent. They're attacking into the rest zone. And let's think about a second color for this. So we've got some good control options here. We have extra damage. We can, when they take damage, they'll die and draw cards. We'll summon up some random stuff. We'll deal a bit of extra burn. But maybe we should play something that gives our opponents cards. And I think a Buria might be a good option for this. Because we have... Is it 2 resources though for that? I think so. Let's return the card from our graveyard back to our hand here. Let's gain some shuffling away characters on the battlefield into their deck. If we weren't dealt damage this turn, draw a card. That sounds really good for our aggressive deck. That one won't come up as much. Hunting Rot might be interesting. Let's grab a funny one though at the end here. We'll grab a Harmony for the very top end of our curve for the draw 3 cards and restore 10 health. Let's try the growing effects here on Sapling and the Wyldernook's Blessing. Let's also grab a Growth Spurt Sapling. I got this cool artwork one. And what else might help us out here? Gaining resources isn't gonna help us tons. Maybe we'll put in just a little bit of the Grens to buy us time, but I'm really liking the idea of being aggressive with this. We do have our roads available to us for the burn. Let's grab our roads. And add a copy of a random card from your opponent's deck into your hand at the end of turn for 9. I think that might be a little too expensive for where we're at. Oh, let's look back at our gremlins here for a second. We have 2 spots left. Get a little bit more pump spells. I think 2 stop to gain some allies power. Sounds good. And let's call this Mushrooms in the Forest. Okay. There was a new deck for us. We can try out here. Testing out the Barret Spore that we just crafted. So we're just in a queue here for a special mode that I'm wanting to showcase to you all, but I wanted to go and take a look at the campaign. So we bring a deck and see how far we can get in a randomized roguelike campaign. We upgrade our deck after each time. Let's grab our Mushrooms in the Forest that we just started building there. And we have our paths here. We have many days of travel ahead of us. I see loot up here. Let's go here. So this is a versus the computer, so you can always have this available to you. And our hand's a little expensive. I feel like splatter isn't going to be the trick. And I think a road we want to come up later. And so, because we're in the campaign here, we have this ability, the Right Eye of Insight. We get to see what the opponent is doing for their turn, but we are cursed, and we'll heal 1 less every turn whenever we go to heal. I'm just gonna say there, we have a couple people up for court games. If you're interested in playing some court, just jump in the queue now. That'd be awesome. All right, let's do a learning time and pass turn. We might have a queue show up here during this match, but let's see what we can get going. Oh, we got a mother, butterfly, and confuse Cremini. Let's confuse Cremini, and we'll put that into our defense. You see a big 4/6 come down, but they paid life totals for. Let's return that back to their hand so that they have to pay even more for it. And we are going to see a supper flush, draw 2 cards. We can play aggressive. There's our Cremini doing damage and defense. We'll move our Butterfly to attack. Our opponent's going to be playing 3 cards. Let's play the Lady Barrett's Spore. We get a draw right away off of her for this. Let's move the Cremini to attack here so that... Oh, we got our match in. Okay, we'll come back to that later here. But I want to show you all a wonderful mode in this game that's really cool. It's called Court Mode. And so in Court Mode, we are having the 4-player mode happen. We're on Coven's Fairies here. We're pretty happy with this. Let's replace a Train Life. Oh, just nice. And we have 4 players here. So we can see here we have Kabu, Luminib, and Keija are here. Gonna Blue Flower for luck. And let's see what we can do here. So our attacks are going to Keija and our defenses are going to Kabu. And Luminib is on the other side of the table from us. You see Keija has a Tell deck. Luminib has a Kale, and Kabu is on Brixa. And we're on Piffle. So let's summon a random potion. Let's get our potionologist up and go and mixing us a drink. I might be getting punished a little bit for something I did in the game, depending on what Cage is playing. Let's see.
Glad to be on the team.
Anything that needs to go to sleep? No. Let's draw 2 then. No, it's not with that attack. Yep, I know what's going on.
Wow, what is this place?
So we're gonna see discard a card to draw 2 cards. Yep, that's my list. Oh no. Oh no, we're in for a time. Okay. This is gonna go interestingly.
Yeah!
So we saw that turned into an onion over there. We have a Cupid Flames over here.
All right, let's go.
Let's do a little barrier on our Piffle. Just keep her in the field. Let's draw a card, and we get a repeat visit ourselves. Oh no. Oh, the turned around moves it to attack. The 6/6 moves to attack. Yes. Cage is on the bright place. Cabby does some removal here on one of Cage's threats. Alright, so we have another sleep potion here given to us by our potionologist. Let's put this guy
I
to
could be out
attack.
treasure hunting right
To
now.
sleep, let's move our Piffle back. And let's draw a card. Let's gain some extra resources next turn. I think that seems fair. That seems safe. This brick side got up to 69. Nice. Wow, it's a good win rate on that too. So we have the Wicked Witch going to defense here. Or going to attack. Ingenuity for repeat visit. No! Heck memories.
Here we go.
This is gonna go
Here we
for it.
go.
Okay. So there's some aggressiveness here. We have 9 resources this turn,
This
so
is
we can
great.
definitely do some draws. We have our
Alright, let's
one attack
go.
coming through. Let's drain some life from the Wicket. And that will give us enough abilities in our yard that we can play the Briar Patch Regent. And then we'll gain an extra 2 resources for next turn. We'll keep the resources going. I'm scared. I'm so scared of this. This is gonna be fun. Oh, the calling hour. It kills all characters on a battlefield. Saving Kabu some damage here. Our drain life doesn't go through. And our Briar Patch comes out with 6 resources. Keija will repeat visit to draw more cards. So if we see a Tappy this turn, that's going to be scary. From Keija, Kabu has a couple rituals, and Luminib has Kale's still alive. That's really good. Let's try. Let's get you to fall asleep so you don't attack us. Let's repeat a visit. Let's draw 2. Let's not draw. Restore 2. Let's just draw a card and call it done. Fungify turns our Piffle into a tiny sprout. No! No! Swamp Terror here from Kabu, and a Blood Ritual for draining 3. And a Candle Ritual. They're going to spell the town. We lost the ability. We get our repeat visit. And there's the tell. Tell replaces your current deck with a whole new deck. And we have a little bit of time here. We have the swamp thing now. Let's see if we can't deal with this swamp thing. Let's move the swamp thing to the defense zone, and then we're going to use a kill spell on the battlefield on it. Let's draw 2 for 1. Get a protective barrier. Let's put that on our flyer, and we'll... That's what we got. This is always a fun mode here at the multiplayer. It's so... There's a lot going on. Oh, we kept our thing lying because of the removal. And a repeat visit again for another 3 cards. Uh-oh. Ah, we tripped on our Briar Patch. No, everyone was against that. There's a Swamp Arrow again. 2 Swamp Arrows from Kabu. Oh no. Okay, we got dealt with one of them.
Ha! Bye!
Okay, so we got our Briar Patch back, which is going to be expensive for us to cast again. For the removing the ability cards from our yard. We have some board wipes here. Play our own Swamp Terror. Like might be a value turn. Energy potion, deal 2 damage, restore 2 health, and we'll Briar Patch up again. Leap, I'm not gonna worry about. There's our Briar Patch back. Cage plays the Arcane Enthusiasts. And Echoes of History. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna go. Oh, the Harmony to draw. Oh, geez.
Why, you little...
Oh, Kabu gaining that life kept them quite healthy. Kept them in the healthy range. I really want to deal a way to deal with the Swamp Terror. Choices is a way, no potion. Let's not get rid of the Kale. Kale is going to keep in the game. Choices though gets us further. Well, potion. I think we sit on the last 3 resources. Yeah, we'll sit on those. Initiating table flip.exe function failed. Hey Ryu, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. A little stretch. Okay, there we are. Arcane Enthusiast over here. Drain life going on. Rebirth to bring back a calling hour. Okay. There's a repeat visit, drawing a bunch of cards. There's a peek to draw more cards. There's a repeat visit to draw even more cards, and another repeat visit to draw more cards.
Behold,
and Jappy here
my
will
stuff.
play every card spins from the deck. Here's the combo. Keisha's just gonna draw a couple cards here. Just a couple. Turned around, moving that to the defense zone to draw more cards. Has a 20/20 and a bunch of more Arcane Enthusiasts. As a background, the deck that Kate is playing is the deck that I made here, so this is a very funny situation. Happy sitting on a couple cards. We're gonna keep it twice as nice. Just a few cards. What do we got? We got a Swamp Thing there, Kale here. We got Temporary Resource Potion. Draw. Choices. I want Cage of Witness with my deck. Let's transform this Swamp Thing. See if we can take it. And then we'll Lightning Blast it. Get it out of here. Energy Potion, choices. Let's duplicate the choices. Lost in the Woods, skip all attacks. Look at the tiny sprout sticker. I'm like, that was cute.
Bye.
Oops, another repeat visit. Oh, there's increasing. Yep. Duplicate. Oh no, twice as nice. This is another one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's Echoing Hate. For each opponent taking 2 damage. Choices to draw. Choices to draw. Oh, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. Grab the Wildfire and a Wildfire. 2 Wildfires. What can we do anything to actually get this out? I don't think so. Well, we can Wildfire. Let's draw a card. Let's see. Compel. Move a character to attack. I think actually we just Wildfire. We're pretty good. We're so cooked. Here and deal 2 damage. Yeah, sure. We're so cooked. Look at this damage. Oh no.
Take it back.
Gotta have fun with them first, yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna play that neck on string, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be super powered, and like we're gonna get it. It's gonna be getting a little tweak, I think, soon. So Kaja takes the win here. No. Oh, we need to drown our sorrows in a pack, maybe. We need to drown our sorrows in a pack. Got a Grove, Black Cat, Narrate Farmer, Fairy Godmother, and a Blood Ritual. Unfortunately. No biggies. So we were in the campaign. We were going to play out this Lady Barrett's board deck. Let's not grab Splatter. Let's replace the Splatter. Another day. Okay. We see a Doomsday Ritual and a Skittering Ritual from the opponent. That's Sapling and Kleptomaniac Gremlin. It's only fair. It is 404. It is only fair. See here, so Blood Familiar. We, however, have access to the Klepto Gremlin. Let's play that out. See a Blood Familiar play from our opponent. Yeah, thank you, Gabby. Thanks for getting in a game. It was fun. I'm so sorry that that exists. Wicked Witch to deal 2 damage. I think that's fine. We'll trade out with the Blood Familiar with our Gremlin. And let's play... Let's just play Barrett's Boar. Let's get him out here. Yeah, I was not expecting Kaja to do that to us. It's like, oh no! No!
Can you take the heat?
I guess I could have moved the Klepto back, but I wanted to draw a card. All attack, eh? Let's move this back to the rest zone. Let's do a learning time. Let's not do the void play. Let's learning time. Oh no, but we could draw into our grow the ally for next turn. Let's do that. Let's see if we can make our sapling very strong. Let's do a grove here. Let's turn them into a 1/5 vigilance. Learning time to gain extra random 3 cards. Let's shuffle. Oh, no, I don't have to. Let's return this back to him. He sure wasn't gonna nerf it before taking it for his spits. No, I don't want to play it on stream. I don't want to showcase it right now. I'm like, no, I've gone good with that. More gremlin buffs. Let's go. Let's get gremlins going. So we have the Vestige of Endings now, Cleansing Rot to kill random character, and Juiced Up to deal 2 extra. We actually can kind of just push through here. And if we Juice Up, and then we sacrifice this at the end, we'll blow up a bunch of goodies. Let's play the Pixie and the sacrifice now. Yeah, we're just lucky it didn't tappy. There we go.
You little...
There we go. Oh, we lost our other book. That's fine. We got our flyer in. Stuff that back in. Draw the card, but this should conclude it here. Because of the AI system there for it, because of our left eye, first eye, we get to see our opponent's plays and plan around that. And there we are. So we get to pick a card to add to our deck here. We can create a duplicate of a card in our hand. All players take 1 extra damage from all effects. That's pretty good for us. An ally card gains 2 health for the rest of the campaign. I think all players taking extra damage is going to be funny. And then we have an event here. The Witch Hunter intercepts you, telling you that there's a traitor in your party. He demands to be given time to interrogate your party members and flush out the traitor. We can lose a random ally to allow him to find the traitor. We can 40% chance of gaining a cult to stagger, but 60% chance of taking 10 damage to attack him. He's only an imposter, or refuse him. We attack him. Is he ready to attack the Witch Hunter? He reads your movements and draws his sword in a lightning quick motion. Convinced you are the traitor he is looking for, he fights bitterly to the end. Ultimately, the Witch Hunter lies dead and you alive, but there are no victors here. Oh, we took 10 damage, we're down to 3 health. Uh-oh. However, we have the ability to gain an extra equipment here. Ally cards play triggers trigger an extra time. Let's go. And let's do the non-elite boss. And I don't know if we're going to make it through this one with this deck. The Avenger. We have Buffet, Void, Rebirth, Learning Time. And our opponent, we can't see their cards. Let's swap out the Rebirth. For Cruise Grand Night. Okay. They're playing a Scouting Sprig. It's fine. Plate. Always take plate. Oh, yeah. Plate would have been good. We have no healing available to us. No healings. Having a campaign card makes it weird. It does. Okay, let's put the scouting. No, I don't want to use the scouting sprig. Let's rest you. Well, actually, we don't need to rest that. We can just take the 2. That's fine. Let's get the buffet table going. I don't know why the cards got a little offset. It was a bit strange, but it happens. Oh, we're done for. Yep, we are cooked. Well, that's how the campaign kind of goes, though, there. Just so you could see how that goes. Let's jump back into the queues, though. Well, I do a nasty strategy, and we use our, this deck here that we saw, Keisha play. I don't know. I don't want to make someone miserable on the ladder. I did have the Scorpion Relic. I messed up and forgot about it. Okay, let's be miserable to someone. Let's see here. This is what I've been doing with that deck. I don't... We'll see. Well, let's play Spirit Tell. So... this is creation that myself and a friend have been working on for a little while. We both went off and did our own direction of how we're going to build it. And I think mine turned out a bit stronger in the end, but I had a little bit more card pool. But we have our main card here is Tell, where we replace our current deck with a new deck of ours. Jappy, we saw this earlier, where it replays those cards that we've already played, that were outside the match when we started the game, which includes everything in our second deck that Tell makes. Our other big card here is Tappy Mirror Tapped, where our play ability is triggered twice. So, it ends up being that we utilize the effect here of Repeat Visit to draw a card and draw another card for each previous Repeat Visit we've played this match. We have 2 of those, as well as we have the ability to... we'll be swapping over to a separate deck at the end, second part of this, where we'll gain the ability to cast that even more times. We also have the twice as nice that duplicate them as it is currently. Maybe we'll jump into the campaign again. But let's grab Untamed mid-range. Oh no. Oh boy, we got a match. Okay. Well, let's Echo Nibble. I'm so sorry to Echo Nibble. Two Free the Souls, Repeat Visit, Echoing Memories. We see a Dust Queen. Let's just replace her to kill the souls. Let's get 2 Sprig Lookouts. Okay. Let's get our Sprigs so we gain our life cushion. Visit draws us a discard to draw. Let's draw a card. The game gives you Slay the Spire vibes. This is the there is a whole campaign kind of similar to Slay the Spire there. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's tons of fun to play, and yeah, you get a whole bunch of different cool relics and the like. Yoink! On one of the pieces of removal, no. Get our little attacks in. We are going to draw a card. Ingenuity. We are going to grab Tappy. And we are going to draw a card, discarding our turned around. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need battlefield control here. Happy to the top. Better fair. There's our second ingenuity. So we're going to draw 2. We're going to ingenuity to grab a repeat visit. And we are going to play a Echoing Memories out of our first hand. We're going to pull back our Sprigs. See, the Dust Queen is coming down. Love it. Draw a repeat visit. We'll play our Tappy.
Another shattered reflection.
We're gonna hold off on playing this repeat visit though. We're just going to keep it in our starting hand. Heck, I dropped it and erased from history. Okay. 3 cards coming down from our opponent.
Double.
Play the
It's
Tappy.
definitely trouble.
The butter phase giving us extra draw. There's a repeat visit from our opponent. All right, so here is a big turn for us. We have 2 echoing memories in our yard. We have a repeat visit in our hand. We're going to tell into the tell 22. We have our tappy here, which means our play ability is triggered twice, which means that our tell will be playing it twice to give us 2 jappy triggers and jappies in hand. After your turn's been locked in, you can see where your opponent's moving, so we can kind of get an idea of what they're up to. But we're already locked in, so we can't get out of that. We have a bunch of flyers here. Go away, choices to draw more cards. Oh, a second repeat visit from our opponent. We are going to tell here, getting our first jappy. And you see one deck recreated. This animation, I think, needs to be sped up a little bit. And here's our second tell. This is all to show you some of the really crazy combos you can do. So if you see here, we have 2 jappies in our hand now. You tell triggers for 2 jappies, then 4 jappy triggers. Now that's value. I agree. What's echoing? We'll just echoing repeat jappy.
To show my new toys.
And then the jappy playability gets copied by tappy. So we didn't have it twice as nice to really break this yet, but that's okay. Oh, counter the next ability? Well, you can have a draw card when we get our repeat visit. And we'll Jappy here.
My stuff!
Oh, did Jappy not count as that? Oh, that was weird. That's okay. Oh, because that didn't count. Okay. That's interesting. That is fine. Well, draw 2, there's a repeat visit. That's 9, 12 damage coming through here. Put one of these to sleep. We control of it.
Mushy
Block
mushy?
Jappy. That's 9 damage coming through. We'll repeat it. We might be done for. Ah, we didn't get the one barrier. Oh, that one has barrier though. Okay. They play creatures. They shouldn't have played creatures. That gave us the life barrier we need. Here's a repeat visit for us. Okay. There's a flyer for us. Let's return this one back to the rest zone. Oh, let's put this back first. Let's play the Arcane Enthusiast. Let's turn around to send this to the rest zone. Let's put this one to sleep. We will Echoing Memories, Choices, and Echoing Hate. Go a life gain here if we need to. Echo Nibble's taking a little bit of thinking. We're still in a little bit of a shaky position here. There's a gimme still in hand. Go find these first. Oh, they moved things around. That's fine. Fall asleep, that's fine. Echoing Memories, draw a card. Place choices, giving us some options. Echoing Hate for the burn. Jappy gone. Take 2. Okay. That's fine. We are going to stop hitting yourself. Defense here. We are going to stop hitting themselves on this fairy. We're going to Echoing Hate, and we are going to
Time to
Jappy.
show my new toys.
We'll
This
defend
airspace is closed.
with the Tappy at this point. We'll defend with everything. Let's see here. Yep, everything attacking. Counter spell here. We have that attack for counter. We get yoinked. We're going to get negated on that. We're going to do the 3 damage. We're going to Jappy.
My stuff!
Play out everything. Draw 3, move that to the bench. Oh no, same set. Okay, didn't target it to the bench. There's our repeat visit. There's our love potion. Here it goes again. Get one of these flyers out of here, please. Love potion. Nope, not one of the flyers. Repeat visit. Arcane Enthusiast. Ah, no, it turned around, didn't target them to the benches. Click on Jap, you'll see all the cards she'll replay. Oh my, engage that. Yeah, I'm so sorry, okay, yeah, I did this. I don't think we quite have it this turn, though. We're 1 short. Turned around, doesn't activate. Arcane Enthusiast. Repeat visit. Take control, perfect. And there we are.
Was I pretty?
Oh, we took the barrier one too. Oh no. Well, we kind of have to. Oh, and there's the echoes, and there's the twice nice. There's our 2 Gs from the opponent. They were fair about that. We didn't go into overkill land. We're not going to. Let's just burn, 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 burn. That's how this goes. And there's our Echo Enhance. Oh, the love potion. And there's the 16. 16 going through. This actually was a fair resolution of this deck. It was fair, okay? Very fair. There's our dust. Let's see. I should have enough dust for another pack. Let's open another pack. Let's have fun. We're cracking packs on stream, everyone. Hulu Colossus, splash damage. Oh, Master Summoner. I actually haven't got this guy yet. Is the 2 skittering ores, and they have +1/+1. Rebirth and Spring Lookout. Still read the numbers of the hand cards. Oh, jeez. Okay. That'd be good to know, actually, for that one. Let's grab flyers. Let's go into this. So yeah, our big problem with this deck here. Oh, no. What? Okay, we're just going to go right into the match. Let's go. And Tuffy Trick. Let's go and be kind and courteous and say good luck, of course. Compel, Peak, Drain Life. Let's replace the Compel and Swamp Terror, grabbing a Sleepy and Briar. Okay.
Glad to be on
Piffle. Full draw. Repeat. Perfect. And we're against Ixoi. So a big A. Angry Gremlin.
the team. Wow, what is this place? All right.
Sleepy Pixie, Drain Light here,
All right,
and Swing
let's
Piffle.
go.
Spore Sprout will go through, or the Spore Scout will go through, but that's fine. It actually would have been the better target over the XC, but okay.
Great.
Let's draw 2. We have a board wipe here. Let's peek and repeat visit.
You won't
So we
regret
need
it.
to get this out of here. Let's see if we can get the Scout. No, we don't get the Scout. Second Briar.
All right,
Here.
let's go. Oh
We'll
no!
have 3 in here. Let's trade out
I could be
our
out treasure hunting right now.
right here. We have our Sleepy Pixie bad card right now. Let's go to Briar.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. I think they're gonna put the Scout in the back again and keep drawing here. That is pretty good for our opponent. Nope, pulled back. Ah, the splatter. Okay.
Here we go.
An excitable and raw aggression. Good plays from our opponent here. Let's just board wipe. Let's see if they see the calling in my hand and react to it. They should pull back this turn, but do they? No, they don't. They're just burning us. And Shiitake for the damage. Pulling out our burn. Let's just Swamp Terror to gain us a bit of life cushion. Block with a Briar. Four little guys, little Spore Sprouts.
Ha, bye. Ha, ha,
Eat one of them, but we take 3 of them. Something to defense. Draw 2. Black Knight does do some work for us. How many cards are in a yard? Not enough abilities. Draw 1 more card. We get a Drain Life. Let's Drain Life on the Scout. Ow. Okay, so we're gonna still be okay, but we definitely take some damage here. Draw 2. Ritual candle's not enough. Ritual candle's not bad. No.
I
Play
will
Black
cut
Knight.
you down.
We'll swap these two around. We'll play a ritual.
Your blood will flow forth.
Oh, geez. Oh, there's the splatter. Yep.
Here we go.
And they had 2 chargers at the end. Wow, that was so good. Let's go, opponent. That was a sick way to win at the end. That was so good. What a good win. That was sick. I love that. That was great to see. Let's... We have our court mode. And so I just wanted to show off here, joining in the game here, we have deck list. You can actually get this from our Discord in the deck builder forum, but like, for example, this deck is perfectly adequate. Like, it's not it's actually really good, and this is all starter deck cards. You play the game, you complete the tutorial, you could just build this deck, and this is fantastic deck right away. So there's always really good options if you want to join. The game is free on Steam. It's in early access. Just search up Wyldernook, and that will get you hooked up onto it. And I hope to see you out there in the battlefield there, telling some stories of our own. My name's been Profwisteria. It's been a wonderful day doing this with you. We'll be around here next time, and we'll see y'all then. Okay. Bye-bye.